I'm Tim Walling with SC Legal Carry. We train people to get a CWP in the state of South Carolina. If you need a concealed weapons permit, please look us up online at sclegalcarry.com. Now, what we want to talk about is sighting in your pistol. Now, remember your grip, guys. Squeezing from front to back, firearms in the strong hand, finger off the trigger. The support hand goes in the front, squeezing front to back, squeezing like a clamshell here, thumbs on the same side of the firearm while we're doing this. Now, what we're doing, here's your front sight, here's your rear sight, here's your target. You're looking at three things. You're looking through the notch in the rear sight, you're looking at the front sight, you're looking at the target in the distance. Your eye can focus on one thing. The front sight is going to be clear, sharp as picture. Front sight is going to be a focal point. Your eye will focus right here on the front sight. To the left and right, when you center it up, top of the front sight, level with the top of the rear sights. Maintain that sight alignment and squeeze the trigger without disturbing the relationship between the front sight, rear sight. So focus on the front sight, center it in the notch of the rear, equal space on the left and right, top of the front sight, level with top of the rear sight. Get the top of the front sight, level top of the rear. The way you do that is you lift the front sight up or down until the tip of this is level with the tip of these back here. Okay, so center it up, equal space right and left. We put our finger on our trigger. Remember, we're going to take up our slack, hit our wall, and then we're going to apply pressure straight to the rear until the gun fires. Now, the firearm has already been safety checked. No ammunition in the area, and we do have a snap cap in here while we're doing this. So no ammo out while you're doing it. Make sure you got your snap cap in here. So we got our two-handed grip, we got our stance, our weight is on the balls of our feet, our hips are back, our torso's forward, we lock our elbows, we find our front sight centered in the notch of the rear, and we squeeze the trigger. Charge it up, I'm holding the trigger down, let the trigger go slow, find my trigger reset, sight it back in, fire, hold the trigger down, charge it up, there's my trigger reset. Sight it in, squeeze the trigger, hold it down, charge it up. There's my trigger reset. All right, now while I'm dry firing here and practicing at home, I'm too far away from the target. I can't see if I disturb the sights or move the front of the firearm when I actually squeeze the trigger. So what I did is I put a little red dot here on the target. Now, I want to make sure that I get about an inch away from it, okay? An inch away from it, not back here. I can't tell if I wiggle or move the front of the gun or not when I squeeze the trigger. But if I get an inch away from it and I put that dot directly in front of my front sight, put my front sight on that dot and sight the gun in and squeeze the trigger. Charge it up, trigger reset, sight it in, squeeze the trigger. All right, I am so close to that red dot right here that if I move the pistol, if it moves off the dot, I'll see the front sight leave that red dot that I set up, that I put on the target. So I sit, I sight it in, I got my grip, I got my stance, I hold it steady, and I squeeze the trigger. Charge it up, there's my reset. Two-handed grip, my sights, squeeze, charge it up, reset, fire, reset, find my sights, fire. So that one drill will teach you stance, your proper grip, sight alignment, and trigger control and trigger reset all at one time. Make sure you're doing this for a few minutes each day. Each day, get your firearm out, clear it, no ammo in the area, and let's practice our trigger squeeze and our trigger pull. Very important to have that skill down so that when you get to the gun range, you're working on sighting your pistol in. So make sure you guys spend some time with that and learn that drill and practice that drill so that you do not want to disturb the relationship between the front sight, rear sight while you're firing your gun. You've got to maintain your front sight, rear sight relationship and keep your front sight on the target. You have to do trigger squeeze, sight alignment at the same time. Has to be done simultaneously, okay? So that's the skill you got to work on and learn. So definitely practice that with your firearms. Remember, folks, be a responsible adult. Don't push your responsibility off onto a child. Buy gun locks and gun safes. Secure your firearm. Till next time, take care.